I'm going to show you a little stringer work since we made the stringer. And then one of the reasons I want to show you this is, again, to show you that you have to do a certain amount of overlay. Although, in a way, the bead that I'm making for you now, at this point, I suppose could be rather like rod, work with a rod. It is a nice big gather, though. It goes on so smoothly when you work with the flat glass. So you see, there it is. I mean, it can happen so nicely, so smoothly, so quickly, really. If you're going to get involved in the flat glass, you must really commit yourself and do lots of work with it in order to get really smooth with it. The reason I did a little work with the paddle, even though the bead was really well centered, is because I wanted to widen out the top in order to make the move that I'm going to make with the stringers. I wanted to have a wider area to work with, a wider, flatter area to work with. And now I'm going to lower my flame, not make it too soft. The more stringer work you do, the closer you're going to get to being able to draw with stringers. So, I'm going to put on 3 colors actually. This is the first, it's black. Just a nice mellow old wave of colour or texture. Now I'm going to put white on top. Because if I was to put another colour on the blue, on the black, sorry, you really wouldn't see it. So now we've got black and white on white. I'm going to put a blue on top of that. This is a really good exercise in stringer work. You've got to work on the edge of your flame. You've got to feel your stringer still firm. Never let it get so soft that you can't push against it. Now I can put my flame up a bit and just work that glass in. This is actually another way of making a leafy design on a bead. You can make it with parallel dots, or you can just make a big old wiggle and pull through that. I'm not actually putting my graphite paddle in the flame, although it may look like it to you. Alright, I'm ready to do a pull. Oops. So I mustn't let this tool go into the flame. You have to have it just the right texture. There. I'm going to put it in now though, just in once and into the water, to just get the glass on the tool that's come off the bead nice and hot. When you put it in the water, it'll just jump off the tool, otherwise it's prone to sticking. So there it is. You know, you can use gravity, you can tip your bead one way or the other according to the needs. Now I'm going to put some little dots at each end just to give it a little more texture, and I'll do them in black so that you can see them. Just a little tiny point of black. I apply my dots outside the flame, and I only use the flame to soften the stringer before I put it on the bead and to cut it off afterwards. So I work outside the flame. There. Stabilize the size of the bead stabilize the size of the dot when you roll it on your graphite paddle. It doesn't get a chance to spread. Just want it a little more over. That's how you get a pucker in the end of a bead. You tip the glass over the edge of where it is on the mandrel. So, let's see. Yeah, just a nice little exercise. And now into the